NASA knows a secret about you. The US government has a secret about you. The elite have a secret about you. There's a reason that black cells are literally in outer space. Your royal DNA cellular bloodline is filled with the God particle, but it lies dormant within you. Beloved, my name is Vicky Dillard. I received supernatural insight concerning your messenger DNA code from a supernatural messenger. If you're not supernatural, this isn't for you, but if it's for you, you don't want to miss my ancestral messenger DNA code activation part 2 on the most magical date of the year. Don't miss it. The link is below. Signs and wonders follow. Don't miss it. 12/12/21 is your day to ascend into your God particle.
Got a story that we're updating that happened to our brother by the name of Clarence Gaillard. Now, after being stopped by the police in South Carolina in July, Clarence was ordered to lie on the ground when he did not do so quickly because he has metal rods and pins in his legs and hip, and race soldiers stomped on his back and his head. Now, our brother Clarence, he's 58 years old, will now receive $650,000 in compensation from Orangeburg, South Carolina, the city announced on Wednesday. Now, body camera footage from the July 26th shows Mr. Gaillard being stopped by race soldier David Lance Dukes. It said a race soldier points a gun at Mr. Gaillard, who's on his hands and knees in the video. The race soldier, who was later fired, yells, "Get on the ground." He then stomps on Mr. Gaillard's head, causing his forehead to hit the ground. They said the brother sustained a head injury. He was stopped by the race soldiers that day after an erroneous 911 call placed stating someone out there had a gun. Now, that's according to his lawyer, Justin Bamberg. Now, our brother, who has rods and pins in his body since being struck by a vehicle while riding a bicycle a few years ago, was holding a piece of wood wrapped in duct tape that he used to keep stray dogs away when he went walking. Now, Mr. Bamberg said in a statement on Wednesday, the city said that in addition to an apology, Mr. Gaillard will receive the compensation paid by the city's insurance carrier. In other words, the public is going to pay the settlement, like always, instead of the money coming out of that cop's pocket. Now, city officials said that the city would also establish a citizens task force to provide oversight and guidance with regards to interactions between residents and the Orangeburg police. Now, the race soldier was fired after an investigation into an encounter and was charged with first-degree assault and battery. His lawyer and the Orangeburg Department of Public Safety did not immediately respond to any kind of comment, but at least the brother going to get some sort of compensation. The race soldier was charged, and y'all have to remember, at one point in time, the race soldiers were never charged with anything. The only reason these race soldiers are getting charged now is because of the work that black people have done by applying collective pressure on these police departments to do this. You understand? Because they didn't never get charged with anything, and surely they wouldn't get fired. That wasn't happening at all. So when we look at the progress that's happening, and that's why I said we should not back off. We should keep mashing the gas until we get the America that our ancestors built. You understand? And get an America where black people can be comfortable and not underneath no white supremacist oppressive rule, where they can just get away with doing whatever they want. I'm telling you, if we would collectively keep applying pressure on every level and don't stop, you understand what I'm saying? We can get things changed. Our problem is we apply pressure, we get a result, and then we want to go back to drinking Hennessy and smoking weed. That's what we want to go back to doing. We don't want to keep on saying, let's keep on keeping on until, we get what we need in this country. Can we sustain some pressure? That's what we need to do collectively. Because there are times, I love it, where everybody's together on one accord. It's so beautiful to see that. It's so beautiful. Can we just stay like that as a people? You know what I'm saying? Like you saw what happened, people came together about George Floyd. We could come together. Why does it take someone to lose their life for us to do it, though? I mean, just how we treat it every day is enough for us to come together as a community. You don't need to be something so horrific like George Floyd for you to start making moves. Now, of course, a lot of us are starting to make moves politically. And, you know, in Virginia, the Democrats got to see that, right? But we need to keep doing that. We need to keep shifting the paradigm. We also need to get people out of office like, you know, Clyburn, for instance. So we have a lot of work we can do, but let's continue to apply that collective pressure to get these changes. Because 10 years ago, I can honestly say that cops wasn't getting fired. Cops surely wasn't getting charged. And they weren't paying no money like that. So definitely look at yourselves as a community and say, you have made some progress, but let's continue to do the work. But leave me a comment, let me know what you think about this particular story with our brother, you know, that who was victimized by this race soldier. We're glad he's getting paid. Thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out the African Diaspora News Channel app in the Google Play and Apple App Store. Living in America as a black person, you recognize there is one set of laws for you and one set of laws for those, especially in the white community. In our book, Passive Aggressive Racism in the System of White Supremacy, I take you through times in my life when I first started noticing white supremacy. We teach you how to recognize it, identify it, and also counter it in our book. This book is a beginner's course for those that are just starting to wake up and open their eyes to see the system of white supremacy. As a black American person, you must understand this system because this system is life or death to you. How you handle it, how you deal with it, it can affect your mental health if you don't understand this system. Pick up our book, Passive Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy, today on Amazon.